Okay, we're live. I don't know how well the robot is going to work today. I finally went ahead and did an upgrade, and it says that there's something about something that needs to be upgraded, and I don't know exactly what that piece is or how to access it. So we'll find out here in a little bit. See if it connects to YouTube first. It hasn't yet. Ooh, but the chat thingy works. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
I heard that.
That's something.
Yeah, that's a plus. And I think it's actually improved. There used to be a really long lag for it. That seemed pretty quick. Oh, got the blinky light again. That's good. That's usually a sign it's connecting. Yeah, the weather here has been really weird. I'm rather fortunate I haven't come down sick.
Really jinx it.
Oh, that's true. Yes. No. Knock on wood. Wait, do I have any? Oh, my easel's wood. I'm like, do I have anything that's really wood around me? No.
I hear a siren.
You hear a siren, like police?
Yes. Ambulance, something.
Hey, Minute Craft. So yeah, the earlier today I was actually testing out the live stream and trying to see if I could get my bot to talk to me, and that's why you got the notification and why it looked like something that was actually from a few days before. So that was the whole thing. There was a live stream. There was no video from it, and I deleted it almost immediately afterwards. It took me about 15, 20 minutes to get the thing running. So yeah, you weren't imagining things. Yeah. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today we're working on this phone bag. It's been, I've already forgotten how many weeks now that we've been working on this one. 5, 6, 7 now? Something like that. But not all of the episodes have been the full 3 hours. So there was a couple. The one on the boat didn't turn out so well. The one with the headache, not so well. But so I really have no idea how many hours are actually into this bag so far. So we'll see what we can get accomplished. I don't know. I am joined by my lovely wife, Mandy, and we'll be here to answer any questions and chat about what's been going on. I have been clearing out a bunch of kumis that were made by Mandy, possibly longer than a year ago, and finding some really fun stuff along the mix, including Mandy used a kumi disc to be able to braid 6 strands, just 6 alone. And I've done a lot of 12-string bracelets. In fact, my channel is loaded with them, but never so many, or something that was so small. Here, let me grab it. Look how petite this thing is. Like it's thinner than my finger. Because it's single strand. So it's 12 strings coming down, 6 going into the loop, which makes that loop pretty darn cool. So hopefully in the next week or so, I'm going to have Mandy come in here and have her make a little tutorial to show how to do that. And because little petite bracelets could be a lot of fun. Plus, I'm thinking I might make some kid-sized bracelets, so that way when I go to these art fairs, if there's somebody that's younger that's got a small wrist, that I would have something for them as well. So, yeah, that bracelet took me about an hour and a half to make, because it's so petite. It is so different. So yeah, I had to make a new template because, I didn't have a template for 12 strings that are single stranded, which that was kind of weird. But yeah, put it together, tried it out, and yeah, it turned out kind of cool. I like it. And it gave me a chance to do a pattern that was kind of long, the way it repeats itself. It was kind of weird. And so because this is so much more petite, it allowed more of the design to kind of flow the way it goes into red to orange to yellow to green. If I had done it with a conventional 12 string, I probably wouldn't get much past, like the yellow area. We wouldn't get all of this down here. So yeah, it just, because that way, like, you get the cold colors in there as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't really see much of the rainbow. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, because single-stranded knots are like a lot smaller than like these doubled up strings. A lot smaller. Right. That's true. Still, I love it when, like, there was a couple of gals that came to my booth the last time we had one of these, and they made like this little pinky swear thing that they weren't going to take off their bracelets until they fall off. And I just thought that was like the coolest thing ever. Like, two friends tying on bracelets and swearing that they're gonna wear it to the end, and I don't know, silly about stuff like that. Yeah, that's true. I'm not particularly great at throwing together that knot. I think Mandy's pretty good at it, though. I can have her throw some together. Yeah. No, I know of it. I just don't get the whole what I have to do to make it happen. I used to do the method where you use the leftover string and then you put the two strands side by side and then you just do the macrame over it. That works as well, but yes, I know that there is another way of doing it. Right. I suppose I should do a tutorial on that. Like work it out, figure it out, get it working well, then do the tutorial. Yeah, I've got a hey Rainbow. Yeah. Well, it might be good for a video short. For me, I wear my bracelets until they die, until they like literally are just falling off. And then I just put them in a box to preserve them to remember all that time that I was wearing it. It's I keep thinking about archiving this one, but it's like it's got so much more life in it. And I love the way it turned out. It looks to me, I think it looks Turkish or like, you know, one of those countries where you have like the old decorative stuffs. Doing pretty good, Rainbow. Been a little bit crazy around here. been having trouble. You might actually notice if you watch some of the new videos, you might notice me blinking a lot because I've had this feeling of something in my eye, and it's been bothering me for like the almost maybe not a week already, but like several days at least. Like even now, it just feels like there's a little irritant in my eye, and I can't make it go away. It's it's really off-putting. It's not as bad as it was the first day, though. The first day, I was really going crazy. Yeah, it's really off-putting. It really is. It's just I kept going to Mandy, like holding my eye open, like, can you see something in here? Is there an eyelash? Is there what is going on? And we never found anything. Yeah, possibly more than I should have. I think there's like a limit as to how many of those drops you're supposed to do that. Um, yeah. No, I got the what do they call it? Like tears or whatever, something tears. The ones that are like not medicated eye drops, or so that way you can like do it more frequently without whatever. But yeah, no, it doesn't wash out. Uh, yeah, I guess that's what it is. This is one of them. This one is a little bit different. I don't know what this one is. This is this is supposed to be like eye drops, but it's I swear to God, this one is you can't do too much. It's it says cool on the package. I swear to God, I feel like this one makes afterwards, like because I get drainage from my eyes down into my sinuses and eventually to my mouth, but it makes it feel like minty. Like I don't know. I don't know what's in it, but yeah. Right. Yeah, that's what my other bottle is. That's in with where Mandy's at. I got another bottle of just saline. Right. Yeah, it's it has this minty thing about it. Like menthol makes sense, yeah, because it makes it like my eyeballs just smoked cool. I don't know if you guys had that brand over here, but Cool was a menthol cigarette I used to smoke in high school. So earlier there was some question of whether or not the bot was actually going to work today, but I noticed that the hello help turned up earlier, so that's a sign that the bot and everything is actually working. So that's really cool. I don't. Yeah, menthol doesn't do that. Doesn't mask it at all. It's like people who smoke what are those cloves? What is up with that? Oh, thank you. Yeah, welcome, Tokyo. Hang on, give me a second here. Let me finish this little spot and I'll move it down. I gotta rotate it anyways, but I'll let you see a little bit more of it. So this is a phone case, by the way. All right, on. Hang on. I just want to bring it this little part here down. Now I have to rotate it so I can bring this in over here. And while I'm at it, I can show you a little bit more of it. So it's a whole cylinder, and I'll rotate it around about that far so I can bring down all this. Oh, I didn't put the other. I'm like, why is it sliding? Oh, because I didn't put the other clip on. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I quit smoking cigarettes and I spent like 3 or 4 days in the house, never leaving for a cigarette. And I thought that was going to be the dead giveaway because I used to leave at least, a couple times an hour to go downstairs to go have a cigarette. And when I quit, I wasn't doing that. Instead, I'm chopping on gum like my life depended on it. It was pretty crazy. Uh, it's weird to be talking about it, considering like how opposed to cigarette smoking I am now. You say heavy smoker. Is that like more than a pack a day? I don't think I was ever more than a pack a day. Oh, wow. I remember I tried to be a chain smoker, but I couldn't get them lit. This was definitely a test to see if Mandy was paying attention. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, is that how you do it? See? I wasn't that smart. That's kind of what happened. When as soon as I start like not getting enough sleep, I become absolutely like pun master. I wonder what that is. I wonder if it's just the brain is like grasping it at oxygen and like finding funny things along the way. That's funny. I thought it was unique in that aspect. Because the jokes become derpy. Why do I, when I hear ADHD just gone goes wild, did I picture a squirrel like lifting its shirt up? I guess that had a lot to do with going through the 90s. You guys probably didn't have the Gone Wild series that we had in the States, late night television marketing. Yeah, no, there was like College Girls Gone Wild was a thing in the 90s where late night television would offer up these VHS tapes of college girls flashing and going wild on big buses and stuff as it traveled across America. But then I crossed that with the squirrel from ADHD. Yeah, I'm not sure you guys would have got that over here because no, Phil, they were all consenting. They were all being silly. It was a big thing for a long time. It was one of those like infomercial things that would come on. Oh, yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't exactly porn, but there was a lot of flashing and stuff going on. Yeah. It's funny how like those kind of things go as a fad. Like there was a whole duration where that was like super popular, or at least like everybody kind of knew about it. And like I haven't heard anything about it since the 90s. But they must have had one heck of a budgeting for commercials or whatever because like it was just like everybody heard of it. Well, the string is getting much shorter, which makes it a little bit easier to contend with. But then it starts to make me worry like, will we have enough string to get to the end of this thing? We should. We still got a little ways to go, though. mean, it's not like I don't have enough of the string to replace all these strands all together. It's just that it just adds so much more work, and it's so like more tedious to replace the strands as you go. It just really changes the whole mood. Oh, did you check to see whether or not we had vertical stream working? I tried it again today. I doubt that it is, but I figure one of these days it's just going to start working. I keep trying.
Nope, not working.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice of you to give him an ice pack. I remember on hot days I used to put ice blocks in my cat's water. Fun to watch them paw at it and try to knock it around the bowl. Ice in the water? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think my cats were fairly amused with it. I was just trying to give them something cold to drink in case they wanted, to cool off. It was one of those things like, I want a cold drink. I imagine they do too. And so I just would do it. Like, I didn't, it was the 90s. Like, it was the beginning of like internet days. And like, I don't know that anybody had to answer for it. It seemed like a thing to do. I used to, their water dish was the kind where you could hook a 2 liter bottle up to it. So that way, like, as they drink, more water would go, which whenever it would glug, glug, glug and let more water in the dish, it would freak them out, especially if they were drinking at the time and it does it. There we go. Crazy. Aww. Yeah, I'm going to get those names confused. Um, ADHD has a thing with memory, and names is my worst nemesis. And the fact that they both start with an M, yeah, basically makes it impossible. I can't attach the letter to the animal. Yeah. I, I'll retell the story of my next door neighbor who I met him and he told me his name and I'm like, oh, that'll be easy to remember. I didn't see him for about a week or so. He next time I see him, he's like, hey Kevin. And I'm like, hey. And felt pretty bad about the fact that I thought it would be an easy name to remember. It wasn't. And so for about 6, 7 months, at least, this kind of interchange, he lived like I was on the second floor and he was on the first floor, but like kind of across the halls from each other. But we would see each other out by like the mailboxes or, coming in from our cars or whatever. And every time he was always like, hey, Kevin. And I got nothing until one day a piece of his mail ended up in my mailbox. And I realized why I thought his name would have been easy to remember. It turns out his name was Kevin. Yeah. Yeah. After that, it stuck in my head pretty good. Yeah. I said, terrible with names. It can help. The chat thing helps a little bit because I see your guys' names in writing. And so, like, that kind of sticks a little bit better. But yeah. It's crazy. Tonight. I am so glad that the chat thing is back to working again. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on the chat being on the side of the screen. The whole purpose for that is eventually when we finally get it to where it's vertical stream as well as horizontal, all of the chat will be in on the screen. So that way, if I end up answering a question to the vertical stream, we'll be able to see that I've not gone crazy, that I'm actually, answering somebody else's question. Not that we've been able to get it to work yet, but hopefully soon we'll get this thing figured out. And because I think that the vertical stream, back when we were like trying to do it, there was another way of doing it. Back when we were doing it before, introduced a lot of people who might not have ever noticed the streams before anyway. So yeah, kind of a cool way to get more viewers. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm like 10 more subs away from having 4,000. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I want to get to like the bigger numbers, but it takes time and it's a gradual thing anyway. So, but still 4,000, that's an accomplishment.
Oh, with the chat on the screen, where are you putting the poster?
Oh yeah. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, look at that. There's our poster for our stop thingy. So yeah, it replaces the chat and ends up looking like that. So yeah, we have an art fair coming up real soon. I obviously won't be streaming on that particular Saturday, but that's okay. Not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, we have the hangout. So that's the thing coming up soon. There's like a whole lot of things going on next month. Yeah. So yeah, the Hangout is on Discord, and we use the one that's what is it called? Why is my brain messing with me?
Insiders.
Insiders. AWOL Insiders. The name was on the tip of my tongue, but for the life of me, I'm like, what? Yeah, kind of like that all over again. I knew that there are 3 different voice channels, and it was the middle one. Like, to me, that was the important part. Just knowing how to find it, like knowing its name, rather secondary, because I know that it's the middle one. The bottom one is the one that I do for the live streams, and the top one is the one I do if any given random day I want to open up the channel and let anybody come in and chat and ask questions or whatever. Oh, really? Yep. Yep. Nope. When I was busy putting your name on the list of of members, where it goes on the scroll thing, I also made sure that I did that as well. I don't like waiting till last moment to do things like that. Hey, well, very welcome. So there is the ability to text while you're in the chat thing, but like typically speaking, we've used that just to send pictures to one another, and I'm sure if you go in there, I'm probably pretty sure that you'll just see like images with where we were all just talking and sharing whatever the nonsense was of our chat. So none of it will probably make sense. I remember Phil was talking about a person who has real problem kind of getting around. Like they're just I don't remember what the physical disability was, but they work with computers but need a way to be like physically relaxed or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I know exactly the thing, the scorpion chair. And so like there was a bunch of that for a little while, looking at what a scorpion chair was, which one of the coolest things ever. If you've never seen a scorpion chair, you should Google it. Or scorpion desk, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, they're pretty cool. If you're going to be on a computer for a long period of time and, you know, moving around is painful, it is probably the least moving around you could possibly have. And some of the chairs look outright super comfortable. And some of them go pretty hard with like having 3 monitors instead of just one. Oh, we've gotten this far into the whole evening with having minute craft here and not one mention of food. Uh, we've gone all the way around, which is pretty cool. Well, except for this little bit I'm working on right here, but this is the last part of it. So now we do the shorter row. So the song playing in my headphones is Video Killed the Radio Star, which made me think of MTV, which reminded me I just recently saw that one of the original VJs, the video disc jockey of MTV, is now turning 80 years old. As if I didn't feel old enough already. Yeah. All right, Minutecraft. Have a good one. All right. So they're done here. So sadly, unless I pick up doing this during the week, I don't think this bag will be done in time of the next fair thing. Just kind of a drag. Kind of part of the whole reason of trying to work on these bags was that we would have them to go in the shop.
You could work on it there, though.
That's true. That is very true. Give people a chance to actually see it real life in action. That's always fun. This heat has got right out of hand. I saw this song coming up in the queue, and I'm like, I'm sure I know this song. Why can't I think of what it is? All of a sudden, the the synth comes in, and I'm like, oh my god, I know exactly. I probably know all the words to the song. Damn it. One voices in your head. Gloria. I should bring back that thing that we used to do with the music, where have you guys try to guess the songs based off the robot speaking it, because it does not sound anything like the song when the robot speaks out some of the lyrics. That's always fun. I miss that game. I think that he said, all the voices in your head. I'm calling Gloria. Gloria. And she's find you. There isn't anybody calling. My pocket. On a special key, plays a little melody. By pressing down a special key, plays a little melody. Yeah, that's relatable. I have had a couple days this week where production was all fire and focus and brilliant, and then there's been a couple days where it's just like, nope. I don't know. Couldn't seem to get anything done. Right. Yeah, it's hard to make bracelets when your hands get sweaty. The only real solution for that is a yo-yo glove, which basically goes over the first couple fingers. And then you still have fingers that can like pick up the strings in case those ones don't get right. Yeah. Yeah, it makes it so that way the tension runs on these fingers is protected by the nylon or whatever it's made of. Yeah, that's always fun. I recently did something like that. Uh, this one was one. This little little bit in here makes for a longer zigzag, and with the faded colors, made this one difficult. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking, but it was a bit of a problem to make. God. Yeah. Yeah, I had to decide if it was going to be a brown bracelet with a touch of blue or blue with a touch of brown. I'm kind of glad I made the choice I did. Actually, you study or to play. And then you would never say the sun went down, and many fantasies were learned on that day. Railing consolation, I am burning that love so strong. Tries to be told, hey, hey, hey. On that day, keep feeling as love so strong. And many actions what I learned on that day. Keep feeling exhalation. I'm so strong. Keep feeling exhalation. Right on. I saw an image earlier of there's a guy saying how I handle the heat in Europe. A picture of him laid out on the floor with a fan blowing on him. And he was just like not wearing nothing but a pair of shorts laid out on the floor. Like, yep, Understandable. Yep. But I also heard another guy who was from England and talking about it and saying that people are complaining about the heat and talking about closing schools and a lot of stuff like this when the reality is this is the beginning of climate change. Like this is you don't want to set precedents of shutting everything down just because it gets a little bit warm when there's other parts of the world who deal with it all the time. And they use Singapore as an example where Singapore does not have air conditioned classrooms. And it's, kids basically are thriving in their environment. They're getting some of the best grades, in the world as for, for their education or whatever. And they're managing to do it in the same kind of temperatures. So like maybe people just kind of have to learn how to accept and cope with the potential new norm. Wait, did I get all the way around already? I think I did. How did I do that? Yeah, so the thing that would make the difference is insulation. And yeah, well, it's a shorter row. So yeah. Um, Insulation is the difference. Insulation will help it to retain heat as well as keeping out the heat. It's how animals with, thick fur or whatever manage to survive hot days. Is it not only protects them when it's cold, but it protects them when it's hot as well. So yeah. Um, some of those buildings just kind of need to be refitted, changed. Problem is that if you're renting, your landlord is probably not inclined to care enough to put in additional insulation. Oh, if you have a small basin, like the little plastic tote like things that is big enough to fit your feet in, an easy way of getting yourself cooler is to add ice water to it and soak your feet because your feet are an extremity. It will carry that cold from your feet up towards the rest of your body, and it will cool your torso. It will cool everything. Uh, Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, like pets are, they have insulation. Like there's Siberian Huskies and stuff here in Singapore that seem to be okay. Yeah, some of the strings are getting really short. I'm going to have to find where my stash of these colors are and make sure that I have them ready to take to the event. Oh no. You know it's true. Think of things, love things. Christ has been blue. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm back on doing the long rows again. You know what we should have done? And of course, I only think of this now. We should have gotten a boatload of our stickers made up that we could have sold at the event. Oops.
Too late now.
Two hours later.
Oh, that was so weird. It had an echo. Oh, that was really weird. Mine is? Ooh. I wonder what setting I have wrong. Hang on. Do. Okay. At least it's not. Oh, I can't play that one. I was like, why is this bar moving so much? That's my music in my headphones. Yeah, we can't unmute that. Hey, you know what you haven't done in a while, honey? That Tangia thing.
Yeah.
Those are always fun. I only just noticed because I was looking to see what sound channels were open. Because Sylvie says I have a weird resonating on my voice. Oh no. Uh-huh. I kind of guessed if your computer was up, but yeah. So now I'm really teeny tiny on your screen. I'm sure that meant wet, not west. Oh, wait, I get it. No. Thought you were like talking about your own face. Your home face is west, right? So the evening. Yeah. Yeah, you got to block out some of the light if you want to keep cool as well. I'm kind of wondering if we'll be able to get all the way around this. We only have an hour. That'd be all right. I have my son. How much do you commit yourself? My love, you forget. Yeah, there's so many different variations of the arrowhead. I mean, this is actually arrowhead. A zigzag is just half an arrowhead. If you actually like make the bracelet just like without this, it'll be just a straight up zigzag. I made those a bunch and then doubled it and it became an, like this. Oh, that's kind of neat. You need to know. Give it all your heart and soul. Right on. Yeah, lightest touch of you to the and dust. Heart and soul. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say Discord. You could throw it under work in progress. Oh, I suppose that's sort of an arrowhead. It's sort of Yeah, it's different. Interesting. Yeah, no, I saw it. And at first I wondered why it seemed speckly, and then I zoomed in and saw it because it includes all the arrows. Right. We Give me a second here. I need to quick pause for the cause. I will be right back. I am back. We lost in a never maze, facing impossible ways. Are you going up a super real? Are you going to spill? Can you build a snowman in the desert? Are you chasing an imaginary train? You wonder never where the top. I'm gonna take you home. They're enormous, but they are. It's just for someone with a dream to go and reach home. And that's here. Your lucky time you didn't mean to spend with you, and I see it again. They could wonder never. Mountains are enormous, but they are just oh, that's interesting. That's kind of cool. It's definitely different. Are the dots supposed to look like they're randomized? Is that the right on? Like a big thing I'm into when I'm looking at patterns is what was the person who created it? Like, what was their intent? What were they trying to do? Like in what I'm working on right now, my intention was to have the arrowheads going in different directions, but all connecting. So that way it makes this sort of, it looks almost random how they go through the motions or whatever, by combining different directions. Some are like just a zigzag. Some are like arrowheads going upwards. This is one that was going upwards. This one over here is going down. You put two downs or two ups right next to each other, it does something. Right, of course. No, but you can try to make that effect. You can try to look random. Because like some of the white dots are kind of low and whatever, so it just seems like they're just trying to seed them around. Oh, so it'll be okay. Sheets instead. Yeah, that's just lots and lots of practice. I know my videos say 30 years experience. Next year will be 40 years of nodding. And yes, I am reluctant on putting that on my videos because it just makes me feel old. But yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. So my tension is pretty good. But mind you, I was practicing easy bracelets for like a really long time and like working out tension. So like, right. Yeah, you're going to have a hard time catching up with me.
Wait, so next year is 40 years?
Yeah.
Exactly 2/3 of your lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. Okay. How I think we're going to be. Any kisses, places. I get a reality. And do it follow me. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. All the way. Let's go. Let's go all the way. Oh wow, which anime is that? Can't say I know that one. Oh, cool. Nice. Nice. Yeah, like there were a few that I really liked. I liked Trigun a lot. I actually had downloaded the whole 2 seasons, played them frequently. Um, Yo Yo Hakusho, I love that one. Um, if we're talking, those were like series. If we're talking a movie, one of my favorite anime movies was Appleseed. The the artwork in Appleseed was amazing. Yeah, yeah. Yu Yu Hakusho is brilliant. There was there was so many arcs through Yo Yo Hakusho. It's it's crazy, like how the boy starts out just a mess and how he kind of gets himself together, and the thing that him and his friends go through. Like, there's just so much going on in that show. It's pretty crazy. Um, how many seasons were there, honey? Do you remember?
Uh, I don't remember, but I can find it. 1 second.
I talked Mandy into watching it because the new
Four.
live action version is good, but it skips a lot of the arcs of the why the one guy was motivated the way he was, and there's just so much more in the anime. So 4 seasons.
4 seasons, a
Yeah,
total of 112 episodes.
yeah.
I wonder when we'll get the next season of the live action one.
Yeah, hopefully they come through because it seems to me like the first season was a success. All right, it's almost 1 o'clock. Want to remind everybody that we do have an event coming up, the Asian Arts and Crafts Fair. I'm really excited for this. This should be a lot of fun. It's kind of a double-edged thing. Like I get excited for like having lots of people see the work and buy things and get excited or whatever. But then I get overwhelmed because lots of people want to come and talk. It's just loud and crazy events. But yeah, it'll be interesting to say the least. We have the schedule up already. I've got stuff going on Tuesday, so instead this week it's Monday and Thursday. I'm live streaming, so if you want to come and check that out, that'll be happening some point during the day. It's usually in the afternoon here, so might be kind of early for some of you guys. Anything else, sir?
Not that I can think of.
How many bracelets is this one? I think I tried to figure that out before and I never actually figured it out. I'll try to get that number next time. Sorry, what did you say?
I don't think so.
Oh, how many are in that photo? Lots.
Uh,
Yeah, no, that was like my whole inventory at the time. I have no idea. Lots. Yeah. Yeah. Never tried to count them. And a lot of those have sold. I don't know how many we still have left. Although I keep making
we have
more.
more.
So yeah, we have new ones. That bag that's in the picture is gone. That big one, that sold. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea how many bracelets I actually have right now. I have not even close to a clue. I'm not even sure my website could tell me. Can it? Is there
What's
like
that?
if you go into the shop, if you go into the shop and see what's available, would it say how many?
From the back end, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see if we can't find out interesting information for next time. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I make a lot of stuff. I do about 11 bracelets a month. So that's with full videos and everything. So yeah, I think that's about it for tonight, guys. It's been fun. Be back next week working on it some more. So we'll see. No, it's okay. Extra work can be fun. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching and hanging out with us. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.